This story takes place during a fresh reroll event with no boosting on a dead server. Part 1. First Meetings. I first met Forak in a guild run of Maraful. The run itself was smooth enough, but what really got me excited was the loot. Infernal Trickster leggings off of Lord Viletongue, Rock Grip gauntlets off of Landslide, and finally, we came to Princess. We got the kill, and boom! Blackstone Ring dropped first try, as well as Bracers of the Stone Princess. I took the bracers, and we all braced ourselves for the roll on the ring. I didn't even look as the rolls were made, I just heard the noise and looked in my bag, and there it was. Blackstone Ring, first try. In and out in one Maraful and I never have to come back, and that's when I dared to dream big. I could win the albino croc scale boots too. But for that to happen, either the rogue needs to pass, or I need to outroll them on leather after I've won all this other stuff. We'll come to that when we come to that. We dropped down and killed Rock Grip, and there they were. The albino croc scale boots. And the rogue passed? I rolled neat and won. A perfect Maraful run. Every quest and every item in one run. I pumped my fist IRL. I was so stoked. I got it all. Then I looked at chat. Forak, why didn't you roll? Someone asked. I don't usually roll because when I do, people usually get mad and yell at me. Oh my god, it was so sad. His reply was so sad. Aw, we went as we all consoled him. It's okay to roll neat if you need, someone encouraged. I scrolled back up to the roll for the Blackstone Ring. It was only me and the warrior. Forak had passed again. I felt bad as I had been celebrating my perfect run in party chat, but also because my new friend felt bad about rolling on things that he needed. I pulled him aside and I traded him 25 gold, enough to come back at level 60 and pay for a solo farm service. I suspected somebody else traded with him as well, as we all encouraged him to roll neat on things you need in the future. I invited Forak to hang out after the run. As we turned in our Desolus quests, he asked me if I liked this red hood. He had a hooded cowl equipped and I told him that I loved it. He smiled. I thought to myself that I'm glad to have made an interesting friend. The reason I asked him to hang out with me was to impress upon him some philosophy that I feel strongly about. You must use your power to get what you want, or you won't get it. You are worthy. It's okay to roll need. I whispered him, be brave. He whispered back, be strong. Around the time we ran Zul'Farrak, Forak got a green helm. He whispered me about his deliberation between his commitment to his red hood versus the actual stats on his new helm. I told him to follow his heart. He replied with a smiley and kept the red hood on until I saw him about 3 times later. In this time, I dubbed him Forak of the Red Hood. Part 2. The Meek Shall Inherit the Earth. At 60, we were running Upper Blackrock Spire. At this time, I was lucky enough to have gotten an early leaf from Molten Core and the Black Sinew off of Onyxia, so I was rocking purple weapons in a time where almost everybody was still in or farming their pre-raid bis. We finished the Rend event when suddenly, Fell Striker. I stared at it. It was so beautiful. I had never seen one before. My mind played tricks on me, showing me dreams of melee weaving in for the dagger proc and weaving out for big ranged crits. No! I'm a hunter! I passed as quickly as I could. I whispered Forak in all caps, roll need. There was hype in the air as we all assembled around the corpse while people decided how they were going to roll. Eventually, only 2 people decided to roll for it, our guild leader warrior and my buddy Forak. They both rolled, and Forak won. Yes, dude! I cheered IRL, and we all congratulated him. That's awesome, I thought, all the way from passing on an item in Maradon to winning a rare item that not everyone has seen. He whispers me, is that Biss? I laugh. Yes, dude, that's like legendary Biss, I tell him. We proceeded with the dungeon, but it didn't take long for me to feel like something was wrong. Like something was very wrong. What could it be? Something was missing. Missing. What could be missing? He never showed it to me. He never pressed unsheath and wiggled around in excitement. I scrolled up. Forak won the roll, but what was missing was the text announcing that Forak had received the item. I whispered him, did you pick up the Fell Striker? And I ran back to the corpse with Cheetah faster than anybody else could be. It was still there. He almost forgot the item. Come loot this now, I whispered. Once Forak had finally sprinted back and grabbed the Fell Striker, I told the party what had happened, and everybody thought that that was a riot, and they teased him mercilessly. We finished the dungeon and hung out afterward like we usually did, and he showed off his new main hand weapon. He finally pushed unsheath and wiggled around. We talked about what enchant to get, and I told him I'd help him farm the mats when I got back in 2 days. I logged on a couple days later. Forak whispered me. I got another one. Another what? Fell Striker. You got another one? Yes. You got another Fell Striker? Yes. Dude, you have 2 Fell Strikers? Yes, lol. I was in disbelief. The luck on this guy. Twin Fell Striker before even seeing one Dalrenz? I mounted over and hurried to inspect. There he was, and there they were. 2 Fell Strikers in both the main and offhand. Incredible. I had the mats for plus damage in the bank, and we ran a strat live for the orbs for Crusader. Soon after, he stood before me. Twin Fell Strikers equipped and enchanted. I told him I was proud of him for rolling need when I wasn't there to support him. He replied, "The warrior was pretty mad, lol." I told him that it couldn't have happened to a better person. Meek and humble Forak, who lacked the self-confidence to roll against me on the Blackstone Ring in Maradon and the albino croc-scale boots, found it within himself to consider himself worthy not once, but twice, and reach out and take what he wanted to make it his, once without me there to encourage him. I think that is a beautiful story and a story worth telling. And now you will forever know him as Forak of the Twin Fell.